Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making one of my family's favorite holiday treats, and I thought I would bring you along to show you how I make them. And those are for Rice Krispy squares, but not just simple Rice Krispy squares. I like to add in a bit of a twist to mine by adding in some strawberry powder as well as some chocolate chips. So we're going to have a chocolate dipped strawberry Rice Krispy square by the time we're done. The ingredients we're going to need are very simple. 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal, 6 cups of mini marshmallows, 1/4 of a cup of butter, a little bit less than 1/3 of a cup of strawberry powder, some white chocolate, and some milk chocolate baking chips. To get the strawberry powder, all I did was dehydrated some strawberries. I do a lot of home food preservation by dehydrating and making my own powders. I like the flavors of them. They're so much better than what you can buy in the store, and very simple and easy to do. If you wanted to make your own powder, all you would either need to do is dehydrate them at a very low temperature in your oven until they were very crisp and all the moisture had been removed, and then you would grind them up in your food processor. Or if you have a food dehydrator like I do, you can simply do them in there on the appropriate settings. I don't know that you can buy dry strawberries in the grocery store, but I know you can find freeze-dried ones, and that should give you the same flavor if you wanted to grind up a bunch of freeze-dried strawberries. But with all of that, let's go ahead and move over to my stove, and we're going to go ahead and start getting these marshmallows melted down. Alright guys, and now that I've got you moved over at my stove, and I've already gone ahead and started melting the butter, and you want to do this over a fairly low heat. You don't want your butter to burn, and you don't want your marshmallows to burn once they get into the pot. But for right now, I want to melt my butter, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my strawberry powder. And I'm going to let this incorporate down into the butter as it's melting. Don't be worried if it clumps up once we start adding in the marshmallows. It will loosen up a little bit. Oh my goodness, it smells so good already. I'm very excited for these. Right, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and continue to melt this butter down. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my marshmallows and stirring this around. You want to keep moving it. You do not want your strawberry powder to burn. That's why you want a really low heat as well. And let me get the remainder of my marshmallows in. And while I'm doing this, I would like to remind you of the Gamers and Geeks playlist that Japicadath and I have going on our channels. It is a community-driven playlist made up of you, our friends and YouTube family. If you would like to be a part of the list, all you have to do is go out and make a cooking video and then post it to your channel. And once you've done that, either let Japic or I know in the comment section of our latest cooking videos, or if you're part of our Discord servers, you can let us know over there as well. The only thing that we ask, guys, is that you mention the Gamers and Geeks playlist somewhere in your video and leave a link down in the description to it, just so we can continue to support all the fine people that have already contributed to the list. Alright guys, these are done. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my heat so it doesn't burn while I mix in the remainder of that unmelted marshmallow. And all we got to do now is add in our Rice Krispie treats. So I'll move you back over to my other counter while we'll do that. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start mixing in our strawberry or our Rice Krispies into our strawberry marshmallow mix. And make sure you get these well coated with all of our strawberry and a marshmallow. Oh, it smells so good. I'm very excited. I think I've already said that twice now, but I am very, very excited for these. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let me get the remainder of my Rice Krispies in there. Whoop. And then we'll move on to our pan. Alright, now that I've got all this combined, I'm going to move it over into my well-buttered 9x13 inch baking dish. Alright guys, and now that I have this in my pan, all I did was lightly buttered my spatula, and I've gone around and just lightly pressed this out so it filled in the whole pan. I didn't want to do it too hard but I did want to get it even. The more compact you make this, the drier they're going to end up being after they set up. Alright guys, all we need to do now is let these rest for about 30 minutes to an hour, just to let the marshmallow cool down, and then we'll be able to handle them. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get my chocolate melted down, so by the time these are done, we'll be able to move on to the cutting and the dipping part. So I will see you then. Alright guys, it's been about an hour since I put these in our pan, and they're all set up now, and now all I need to do is start cutting them into squares. I've already gone ahead and melted my chocolate, and I put a little bit of it in the bags so we can drizzle it across the top, but the majority of it I have in the bowl here beside me, and we're going to dip the bottoms of these into the nice melty chocolate. Alright guys, now that I have all these cut out, all we have left to do is to start dipping them into our chocolate. And I'm only dipping them in a little bit of the way, and then taking my spatula and just smoothing out the chocolate so it kind of fills into all those little craggles at the bottom left over from the Rice Krispy. So there we go, that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to keep it flipped upside down on the board and continue until I get them all done. Alright guys, I have these all coated in chocolate, and now I'm just going to set them to the side until our chocolate has completely set up. And then I'll bring you back so we can finish these off and then give them a taste and see what we think about them. I've got these all plated up, and all I did with the white chocolate and the rest of the milk chocolate was just put it in a bag and lightly drizzle it across the top just to add a little bit more decoration to them. You could certainly add a few Christmas sprinkles or holiday sprinkles if you wanted to jazz them up even more. I've already gone ahead and tasted these, and they are really good. The strawberry flavor is not overwhelming. It's very subtle and goes really well with the chocolate as well as the marshmallow and the Rice Krispies. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys like this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist. I will leave a link to it and to some of my other cooking videos down in the description below. But as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.